All right, everybody, we are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Who. Thank you so much for joining us. Before we get started, happy Africa Day, everybody. Happy Africa Day. I've already shot a video just giving my Africa Day message, so I'll post that here shortly. Everyone, thank you for joining. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Again, hit that subscription button and like and share the content. There might be other people out there who will find value in what we do. Also, too, go to Amazon.com, buy the book, Sales Motivation 101, get off your butt and cold call. Go and support, go and buy it. Will greatly mean a lot. Well, it means a lot, as far as the support goes. And also go to dynastymirror.com and subscribe to the email list, and also check out what we're doing so you guys can stay on top of what's going on. But I have my brother, my big brother, on with me today, Mr. Fitzgerald Stephens, and today's topic is: now imagine you just graduated from college. Imagine you're in $60,000 to $70,000 in debt if you weren't on scholarship. Imagine that you are currently entering the worst job market since the Great Depression. Now, I tell people my story of when I graduated from college, because and Fisher, I don't know if it was the same with you when you graduated or before you even went to college. Did people give this idea that the expectations were like once you got your degree, you're set? Did you kind of feel like that when you graduated college?
I thought it would be easier for me. Yes, I mean, not. I guess you could use the word you thought you were set. It was a different time period back in back when I'm about one generation behind you, Dynas. And no, yeah, I mean, you thought you had that degree, with it was the big ticket that
Right.
that you could use, to really parlay you into a successful life. And I would like to wish everyone over here in the United States happy Memorial Day. Thank
Oh
you for
yeah.
our veterans and men and women who served. I happen to be a son of a veteran, and my two younger brothers are veterans. One United States Air Force. My youngest brother came out as a captain in the U.S. Army. So, and for many of those who served, we certainly appreciate that. So, much respect to everyone, and happy Africans Day too. I've been following that too. So, just wanted to let you know how very much we appreciate all of you.
No. Yes.
But yeah,
And
Dynas, you would, that's why you go to college. You're sold and you're convinced on that pipe dream that that you got this degree. All of a sudden, the Red Sea is gonna magically part for you.
right.
And maybe some cases it was true back in that day, back in another time. But as of the day, really for the most part, and please don't take this, for those who you have worked hard to get your education, things like that. You're talking to a college grad, along with my business partner there, who's also a college grad. We're not making light of education, but for the most part, right there in this day and age, it's almost like a high school diploma. It's almost like there's so many tens of millions of them out there. You're not really doing anything. You're not really set yourself apart. If you want to get a postgraduate degree, an advanced degree, MBA, law degree, and even some people going up to doctorate, and they're finding that they're kind of getting some of the same results. Now, if you're in the science, technology, and math fields, I believe it's called the STEM field. Those are specialized fields, and yeah, the demand for those jobs is going to be pretty dominant. But for the most part, I'm not really. I did not need my college degree to do the career that I have done. I just didn't.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't. If anything, that I felt that college degree. They was like, okay, we got a certain amount of people who are college degree. I thought it was just really bragging rights. As far as on
Right.
their end, just to say they had that, but it didn't open up any doors for me, and then
Right.
and you're talking about, man, who I graduated at 23, and in my mid 50s right now, I haven't seen any difference what it made. No, me personally, and
I tell
I know
people,
enough people who feel the same way. I mean, with the impact on my generation, can't speak about far as from other people though.
Fitzgerald, I would say this: my college degree kind of opened up the door for me, but me playing football and being on a football team at University of Georgia is what really got me in the door and got me a lot of opportunities, more than my college degree. I tell people that. And guys, make sure my Carrot Bars affiliate link is in the chat room. It's also on the screen. It'll also be in the description. Make sure you click on that affiliate link, sign up as an affiliate. I will personally call you and I will get you in contact with Fitzgerald. We'll get you guys up and running. But yeah, I wrote about that, Fitzgerald. It's funny because a while ago, well, this is back when I was in high school. They did this like outside. ESPN has this special called Outside the Lines, or they had this special investigation, and they were like, football players should major in football, and a lot of people were like, just were outraged. But like looking back now, if you're not trying to be a lawyer or a doctor or trying to get your IT certifications, and you look at, or unless you're trying to go to business school, or I don't know. It just really depends. But my football, having an SEC championship ring, opened up doors, got me more contracts than my diploma. And people they didn't even ask about my diploma. Oh, you play on a football team? Yeah, they didn't ask. Did you graduate or do you have a diploma? It was just, you play on a football team, you have an SEC championship ring. Let's talk.
I mean, particularly where you went to school,
Right.
you went to school in the University of Georgia, and you decided to stay in the Atlanta market. Man, that was like having a kilo of gold. I mean, the following so vast there. Same thing can be said. Same thing can be said for Los Angeles with USC. Same thing can be said for Alabama, University of Alabama degree or an Auburn degree. Same thing can be said for Pennsylvania with a Penn State degree. I mean, your school does have some powerful alumni. It's a powerful connection that they can get you, especially if you brought notoriety to the school. Few of us can relate to that because we didn't play athletic sports. But had I had to do all over again, Diane, as much as I love football and sports and stuff, man, I would be in coaching. And I would have been I would be in coaching right now because I'm already good at motivating people and inspiring people and things. I would have took that like in the athletic field. For us, some of those guys, man, make more money than CEOs. Easily. Nick Saban and Kirby Smart for football coach of Alabama,
millionaire.
In Georgia, multiply millions. And all kinds of things. Now, some of the lowest ones, you got a string coach over there, Mr. Strong, who was hired away from us. Went over there. Well,
special teams.
They're paying that guy close to $1 million a year just to teach kids how to lift weights.
No. So he's a special team.
Scotty Cochran, I think.
Scott Cochran. Yeah, he's a special teams coach. Yeah, he's a special teams coach. He's not even awake. In fact, listen, Fitzgerald. He's never coached. He's just been a strength coach. No coaching experience on the field. He's now a special teams coach. Just a punt return, kickoff return, and whatnot. He's making almost $1 million.
Yeah, but see, he got that relationship through who he know. Kirby Smart your coach, was defensive coordinator from Alabama. He went over there and hired him and everything. Now, Mr. Cochran is highly educated man, master's degrees, all that kind of stuff. But nevertheless, a coach, you can say what you want about these guys, but certain fields just pay extraordinary. I mean, they really do, and athletics is one of them. So, had I would have had to do it different again, I wouldn't have done the international advertising. My degree wouldn't have been in that, although what it is. I mean, but when they really opened up any doors for me. Oh yes, I mean when they see Alabama on it, I remember because especially when we was winning championships. You win in championships, down there? When we was winning championships, on the regular.
1980 or 82, something like that. Yeah.
God, 40 years
Oh
ago.
no, we
Hey,
play
but
y'all this
listen,
year. We play y'all this year. If the season happens, we play you guys this year. I think.
yeah, man. Don't try to track you. You do win any championships? No. But see what I'll say when I was up there in New York, because the Tide was on such a roll, and doing everyone knew who Alabama was. So I happened to have a degree from there.
Mhm.
So maybe it could give me a little favorable look sometimes, but
Mhm.
nothing dramatic. So I'm thankful for my education. I'm truly am, but it wasn't a cure all.
Absolutely, guys. Make sure you hit that like button as well. And again, affiliate links in the chat room. Sign up as an affiliate. We will personally call you. I want to read this article real quick for sure. Let me jump into this. Class of 2020 entering worst job market since Great Depression. The class of 2020 started its senior year in a boom time, with the national unemployment rate at a near just in 4 years, Fitzgerald, 4 years. Now think about it. This with the impact this coronavirus pandemic has had in 4 years. The class of 2020 entered a boom time. The national unemployment rate at a near record low of 3.7%. But in the bust driven by the coronavirus, 4 million new graduates are now entering the worst job market since the Great Depression. National unemployment stands at a jaw-dropping 14.7%, but the rate rises to 25.7 for those aged 20 to 24, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And that's before the potential workforce is boosted by those leaving college. Even for those in Generation Z who find work, research suggests their careers and earnings will be impacted for more than a decade. I mean, guys, if you're on the fence about a home-based business, what else do we need to show you? Like, I remember how it was tough for me getting a job when I graduated from college. And that's with a degree. That's with my SC championship ring, playing football. I could. Oh my goodness, I wouldn't want to. I don't know what I would do if I would graduate doing what's going on right now. And I would say, and guys, I would say, get a good sales job. My friend works for my former company, Centos. They're laying people off. Number one. My friend, I forgot the name of her company. She told me they took away their car package.
Uh-huh.
I think they decreased their salary, decreased their commission.
Is she in pharmaceutical sales?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. The 23-year-old University of Tennessee graduate thought he had his dream job as a sports reporter lined up and a backup plan too. But then sports stopped entirely, and much of the rest of the economy ground to a halt, and his job prospects gone. There have been times where I thought, why now? Why me? Sandy told CNN. I've worked all these years. I've known that I've wanted to do this since I was 15, 16 years old. Sanning's virtual graduation last Saturday. He's adjusting to his new life amid a pandemic, which includes sending out resumes. I've reached out, I can't count, probably over 20 to 30 companies inquiring about employment. And many of the responses I've gotten have been, hey, we don't know if this position is ever going to reopen again. Wow. Right. And if Fitzgerald, I think last week we did the topic was, I think 40% of the jobs that were lost because of the pandemic aren't coming back.
Right. Don asked, before this comment leads us, I'd like to give a shout out to Mr. Stan the Man. Your comment, we can build a show around this and easily. And it says our generation will have to own our own income source. I'll say that again. Our generation we have to own our own income source. You have to sell a service or a product. It's time to scale up, guys. Man, we can build this whole show about what you said. If I don't read another comment, if I don't look over my eyes, gaze on my phone right now, that is exactly what we have been talking about for a year. That is exactly. You have to own your own income source. You have to. Gone are the days. That little carrot bar thing, that little gold thing, getting extra income, residual income. I'm not. I'll just go, work on my hustle. A lot of the hustles are gone. Right. I don't think people fully understand that. I don't think people fully understand the impact that this thing is having and the ramification it will have years to come.
Right.
Years to come. Now, some of those young adults are coming out of school right now. That's not some of the worst part of it. Okay, you can't find a job. Student loan payments, they don't hear that.
Yeah.
They don't hear that. You got to start paying those payments 6 months after you graduate. Trust me, I know. Okay, and then yeah, they can give you like a deferment as far as what's going on right now, and some of them really working with you, and kudos for the organizations doing that. But what happens when you're 50 to $100,000 in debt, and then the jobs are going to become so scarce? More people are going to be competing. You want to compete with someone like myself with dang near 25 years of sales and marketing experience? Okay, you are you coming out of school? You want to compete with me? Good luck. You want to compete with someone like Prince Dinas Amir, just coming fresh out of school? You know, in limited sales capacities. Good luck. You know, our experience will smoke you. As far as what we're able to do, what we're able to close and everything like that. So more likely we're going to get that look. You know, and so the same goes with any other fields. You know, now they're going to have so much. They're going to be able to get so much experience now, because you know employers are in the best. Employers are in the best driver's seats right now because with the scarcity of jobs, the employers can not only pick some of the best, but they don't have to pay them like they used to pay the best people. This is a serious situation.
Right.
It is a very serious. So you know what that move is going to force some of those college graduates to do? Move back home, stay back home with parents, right. Delay marriages, delay starting a family, delay doing things that's really, really important to them because they won't have the revenue sources. Probably take jobs as outside their field. You know, after this, you should never look at if a hostess or a waitress or a waiter tell you they got a college degree, you should never look at them again in a down manner, saying like, why you with a college degree? Why are you working here? This is why they're working there. They're trying to put food on the table. You know, or this is why, you know, someone who would go to Lowe's or Home Depots and stack shelves. This is why they're doing it. They're trying to put food on their table. You know, because you know the degree mean what's that and stuff. So as Mr. Stan said, you got to own your own income. This is vital. You know, whether you're just coming out of school or whether you've been out of school several years like Dinas and myself, you got to do that, because you know that's the only thing. Could I say, Dinas, that is pretty much well guaranteed? I'm not going to fire me. I'm not going to fire me. I mean, I'm just not going to do it. You know, I'm in a company. I'm the CEO of it, the CFO, the human resources, the IT, the marketing and sales department. I'm not going to fire me.
Right.
You know, I'm not going to fire me and stuff. So yeah, it's serious. I mean, it's dang serious. And really, to tell you the truth, there's no end in sight. There's no end in sight. And oh, by the way, there is a thing called time value of money. Right. If you lose a certain amount of time, you know, you're not going to get that value back. You know that your money could have been, or your progress could have been, had you would have been interrupted in that stream. It's a very, very difficult pill to swallow, and it's a subtle pill, because you know, especially when you're young, you don't see these things. That's why I say, you know, if anything I could say to young adults listening to on the streams, and I consider young adults anywhere from 18 to 35, you know, at my age level where I am, you're a young adult to me. Be careful of the decisions you make. Learn how to create royalties, residuals, and dividends. Right. Protect your credit. You know, use your credit, you know, for asset accumulation, not cars and houses and all that. Right. Consider, you know, consider saving somewhere close to 20% of your income while you don't have a family, while you don't have these great expenses.
Right.
Consider like if those of you in college area, maybe look around and buy one of those houses around, college campus and things, and and get a couple of your roommates in there who doesn't understand savviness like you to help pay the mortgages, things like that, and keep that because that's going to be a rental property far as for you for you for life.
I got to stop you. I mean, now there's still a lot of uncertainty in regards to what's going to happen come this fall with these colleges.
Oh, I forgot that. See, I'm thinking on the old platform. See, I'm thinking in fall yeah, you're right. The colleges are closed.
Yeah.
Literally, I just forgot that.
Yeah, because Fitzgerald, I read I think I shared the article on here. They're talking about everything going online. In fact, they were talking about starting off the semester probably here, now we're talking Atlanta public schools, digital, online. Same thing with some of these. Now, some of the college campuses from under colleges, I think in North Carolina, like Duke and a couple, they're going to, I think, slowly open back. They're going to open back up for the fall semester. But some, there's nothing that's been rolled out, Fitzgerald. So a lot of them might be online. So just the effect that's going to have on, again, that was a smart idea. Hey, get you a property by a campus, rent it out to students.
But the rules are changed now. I forgot about that. So you telling me Alabama and Georgia college, like you're telling me our schools are going most online, the students are not coming back? I know the athletic departments.
We don't know yet. No one's announced it. I know in North Carolina, two schools, I think Duke and North Carolina said they're gonna start opening up classes. They're gonna have classes in the fall, but no other schools have really made an announcement. And we're already into May, early June.
Oh, wow, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for that. See, I'm going on the old mind frame, the school and the campus are going back, wow. Oh man, like the students are coming back on, and campuses are small cities within themselves. And
I was going to say that, like, imagine all the restaurants, the businesses around the campus, the restaurants are after the game, football game, you go eat at. Just imagine the chain reaction that's going to have just in these communities. Imagine what happened when they shut down and everybody went home in March. Just that. I wonder what's going on in Tuscaloosa right now. All the students went home. So like little restaurants in the area and all that depended on that the traffic from the colleges.
Tuscaloosa is the University of Alabama, just like Athens is the University of Georgia. You take those, you shut down those two institutions. You best practically, you have put multiply millions of lost revenue out, and you put pretty much a couple of those places out of business. They depend upon revenue. For example, you guys realize, of course you do, but the majority of you do. You know how much revenue one game brings in, one athletic game, like maybe Ohio State, Michigan, Auburn, Alabama, Georgia. You know how much revenue one game brings in from people coming in to see. Georgia and Alabama can set about 100,000 plus people. Tennessee can do the same thing. Right. You imagine not having 100,000 customers all of a sudden. Like you depend upon that revenue. Football season makes their budget and everything. But we're talking about young adults. And whether you're a young adult, a mid-class adult like Diana, or an elder like myself, you have got to create an income stream for yourself that is not dependent upon this current job market. I say that again. You have got to create an income stream for yourself and your family that is not dependent upon this current job market. That is one of the things I absolutely love about Carrot Bars. Last night about 11 p.m. my time, down here in Tampa, Florida, I was doing a live stream talking about Carrot Bars again with one of Mr. Amir's affiliates, Jacob Lone Wolf, in Australia. I'm regularly out there talking to Australia. It was 1 p.m. his time. Okay. And so Jacob was got on Mr. Lone Wolf, should I say, he got on the air. Oh, incidentally, Mr. Lone Wolf is only 18 years old. 18 years old. I mean, that's one reason I'm just taking him like, you know, like I would my son, you know, to make sure, because he has that it factor, and I'm definitely cultivated. He was reading out there like the political parties out there are they're in debate whether they should raise the minimum wage, because they're calling for like a minimum wage increase. Rightfully so. The companies are like, okay, no, we don't want to do that. And he asked me what I thought, and I was on live air, and I'm going to give you my correction too. I said I can understand both cases. Both cases got a point, but if I'm going to lean more so, I think I'm going to lean more with the companies. How am I going to pay revenue? I mean, you're talking to a former business owner. How am I going to pay you revenue that I'm not getting? You mean to tell me you got a shutdown over there in Melbourne, Australia? That's where he is, right on the coast. You know, or you telling me you got a shutdown with companies, stay home orders. I'm losing somewhere like dang near 70 to 80% of my revenue, and you guys want to force me to go up and do a minimum wage increase?
Right.
You want to do that? How am I going to pay you if I don't have revenue coming in? All I'm going to do is just hire less workers, and I'm going to put more automation in there, and I'm going to put more people on part-time because I got to survive. But then on the other token, I can understand as an employee, you know, I want to get a decent living wage. I want to have a decent living wage, you know, and cost of goods and services going up. But if anything, if I had to lean towards it with my mindset, the way I'm thinking, I'm going with the companies. I'm going with the companies. Reason is because, you know, how am I going to pay you if I don't have money coming in? What if I'm forced to pay you for something? You mean tell me I got to go in debt to pay you out? Now you could say, well, you know, you're those giant companies, but most of the companies aren't giant, ladies and gentlemen. The backbones of the world economy is built by small business owners. They're not giants. They're not like the Amazons.
In fact, Fitzgerald, I mean, at Centos, we would say like the majority of our businesses are small. It's from small business.
Mm-hmm.
Small business.
Mm-hmm. So how are you going to pay you? So so you know what he's doing out there? Building his carrot bar business. You know, saving gold, you know, getting this out, making his YouTube channels, getting his word out, having me come on, you know, and talk to his audience, soon to have Prince Amir come on. He's trying to take control of his own economy because he knows now he's 18. Now he's 18 about that. What chance does he have with those high unemployment rates? You know, but so he's being very, very proactive. You know, to get out there and create him income. It is a must. This is what we keep saying. It's not something that's good. I mean, or nice to have. You must build a residual income stream. You have got to. You got to build something that's dependent upon your job. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, I think I said it yesterday and it bears repeating again. You know, like many of you, I actually had some of my car payments deferred, my insurance payment deferred, you know, just a couple of things, student loan payments deferred. I had this, I was doing this for like 2 months, and my insurance is due like on the 21st of the month. Mm-hmm. And for some reason I forgot to call them. Right. And so I woke up and I already had a couple of months behind, and I had the money, you know, but I was just keeping it because, you know, I just holding on to cash. You'll never know what's going to happen. And so I wake up Friday, you know, I'm sleeping, and I check my emails, and it said, "Thank you for your payment." Payment. You know, I didn't make a payment. Okay. And so I checked my online account. Money looked the same. Ain't nothing left out. Okay. Because it takes a little time. Then I just called, I called my insurance company. I said, did I make a payment? Do you guys take a payment out? I said, yeah, Mr. Stevens, we took $475 out. That was all you owe us. I said, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
like this. Is there any way I can get it back? And they said no. Well, my mind is like, wait a minute. I have been using these guys' insurance to cover my car.
Right.
I owe them the money. They need their money just as much as I do. Okay, ma'am, I understand. Well, Mr. Stevens, y'all caught up right now. No things is due and everything else like that. And then I said, okay, thank you. And I went to make me a cup of coffee. And I didn't really sweat at all. You know why? Because I knew that I had major money on this. This is my Carrot Bars card. I knew I had major money on that. And so by knowing that, but that one move that had practically wiped out my checking account, because once again, that was where my paycheck used to be deposited in when I had my job. Keep in mind, I was fired from that job because it's coronavirus about 3 months ago. So not really getting much stuff coming in that, but not on my Carrot Bars thing. And I was able to go there, you know, and able to do. Now, what am I saying? I remember when I didn't used to have something like this, ladies and gentlemen, the stress that would have came from a move like that would have been overwhelming. It would have practically shut me down all day. And see, and now people are going through that left and right. And guys, it's just me, you know. I mean, it's just me. I mean, you know, no children. I don't have. I mean, it's just me. And I would have felt that. So, but years ago, I went to work building my Carrot Bars business, building my residual income, building up my team, saving in my goal. You know, I took advantages of this opportunity. I just registered my Carrot Bar account for free, just like the link is going through on Dynasty, just like you can register yours for free. I started saving in gold. I started just acquiring gold, you know, just stuff right here. Just started just doing that, just acquiring it. Now just acquiring it, just a little bit at a time, nothing dramatic in the first number of months. And then as the years went by, my gold holdings went up. This is money. I don't even really think about this because I'm not even concerned about spending. I'm just concerned about hoarding it to lead to my beneficiaries. And then I started telling people. I told Dynasty Amir, I said, hey, listen, man, you know, I found something here that it deals with gold, and man, the income potential is crazy. I mean, it's the real deal. So he got it, and he told a few people, and I told him more few people. He told a few people, and I told more people. He told a few people. Lo and behold, you know, starting out for zero, I think out of the 125 people I personally sponsored, Dynas is probably like my 6th or 7th call. Maybe you know, and he probably is like one of my top 10 people that said yes, I believe in you. Okay, and I kept going. Well, wake up a little bit now, a little over 5 years, I'm able to do this full time. I have a very nice income coming in that I get paid in euros. You know, every single Friday on that MasterCard, I'm saving my gold. You know, I'm duplicating my efforts. You know, I have organizations that they're saving in their gold. It's literally all over the world. I run a home-based business by a phone or a computer down here in Tampa, Florida, and I'm able to maneuver in a whole lot of other markets that I don't have to go to, that I don't have to physically get in a plane or visit and things like that. I have my own home-based business because of this. You know, my business is already left to my beneficiaries in the event of my death. You know, I creating the residual income, and my gold is going up, and it's just a win-win situation. It's free to join, you know, free, no minimums, no maximums. You know, I went and got my business packet. Now that I'm a VIP in my business packet, just like Dynas is. I'm a VIP in my personal account, in my business account. I've won free gold. It's just the ultimate. It was the ultimate when it first came out in 2011. It was the ultimate even before this coronavirus came out. Now it's the necessity. I can't begin to tell you guys how many people called Dynas and I and really becoming a part of our networks. Why this thing, this economic upheaval is happening. People who wasn't interested before, people who heard us, but people who would say that, well, you know, that's not for me. That's a scam. I don't see many scam calls out there more, because they realize the number one thing I used to tell them: now, your job's a Ponzi scheme. Your job, that's a scam. No. What do you mean, Fitzgerald? They can fire you anytime they want. You know, you have the only security is the person who owns the company.
Right.
You know, and they're getting paid off of you, the person next in the cubicle, the sales reps, the human resource department, legal department. He's getting paid off all that. I told you guys about a story about a CEO, former CEO for, I believe it was AT&T. He had a
$200,000 a month.
Huh?
$200,000 a month? Is that what it is?
No, you too low. 239,000 per month.
Mm-hmm.
A month.
Right.
A month. Because why? He was leveraging. Am I mad at him and his family? Absolutely not. The man put himself in position. You know, I certainly wouldn't be mad if I was getting that call, that type of money, nor would you.
Well, hold on for sure.
Go ahead.
You know, you'll hear people on that get online. These greedy CEOs, these greedy CEOs are making all this money. I'm like,
they're just greedy because it's not them.
Right.
They're just greedy. It's not because it's not them. Listen, if that's what the market pays, that's what the market pays. I believe in free enterprise. You know, and it's the same way someone would say, okay, why does a football coach like Nick Saban get $11 million a year? He don't get hit on the body. You know, he doesn't do anything. Simple the value that he brings. Hundreds of millions of dollars in ad revenue.
Mm-hmm.
You know, selling season tickets. As a matter of fact, when I was an undergrad at the University of Alabama, I showed up on campus in January 1985, and back then we had about it was close to about maybe 16 to 17,000 students. Okay, I could go to college for a year for a little about like a little over $4,000. That's my tuition for a year in state. Fast forward to 2020 right now. That same campus has something like 35 to 38,000 students. You know, tuition rates is somewhere close to 18,000, 19,000 for a year. Okay, you know,
is that in state?
I'm not sure if that's in state or out of state, but if it's in state, it's relatively a short thing, a short decrease. Now, what am I saying? Prices of goods is going up. A man like Coach Saban, you know, the value that he has brought to Alabama is tremendous. So paying him $11 million a year, you know, that's a bargain. You know, 6 national championships in probably like 11 years and all that stuff. Well, if you're bringing that type of value to your company, should you get paid in commensurate with it? But that's not, you should, yes, but that's not the way it works.
All right, for sure. So in-state tuition is $10,780. Out of state is $29,230.
Say again, out of state?
Out of state is $29,230 out of state.
Blessed be my beloved Alabama Crimson Tide. But nevertheless, it's what you bring to value. If you bring value to it, you should be rewarded to that. So if you're bringing value in your company, you know, you're rewarded, but not in commensurate with what you're bringing in. The owners the senior leadership are, you know. But if you have a company that if you're bringing in high value, if you're moving a lot of gold through your network, if you're moving a lot of packages, if you're moving a lot of blockchain phones and computers through your network, through your Carrot Bar networks, believe me, you are more than awarded. That's your income, and that's your business. It's going to keep paying you like that, and you know, and the sky's the limit as far as on your income. And at the end of the day, there's an adage that I learned when I used to have my shop with my automotive shop in Atlanta. You know, when you were a technician and I would hire a technician, we had 2 types of technician. One was a technician who you give the hourly rate. You know, he would come in and he'd say, you just pay me so much an hour. Okay, so if you gave it $600, $800, most of them was fine. You gave them $1,000 a week, and they were real cool. I actually had a guy who was paying $1,000 a week. You know, but then you had the other technician, and these guys were what you call master techs, L1 master techs. I mean, they could fix cars. Any type of thing that you throw at them, they could handle it. They wanted to get paid on flag hours. Now, follow me closely. Flag hours was like if you look up a book and say like if you're doing a transmission jobs or a valve cover gasket, anything, according to the book, it calls for like maybe 5 hours or 6 hours to do that job. And then the flag hours just say like let's just say he's making like $50 per flag hour. Okay. And so you say, okay, the job calls for 7 hours to do 5 hours to do this job. Okay. And I'm going to pay you this rate. 5 hours times 50. Okay. Follow me here. If that guy repaired that car and it took him 10 hours, you still paid him the flag hours rate that it cost. But if that guy could fix that 5 hour job and he could do it in 1.5, you still had to pay him for the whole 5. Other words, mechanics who are really worth their toolbox, they didn't work for commission rate because they didn't work for and set rates because they can make their own income at so much more simply because
hold up for sure. Are you saying that? So again, the labor rate, they'll say, okay, this costs five. This is 5 hours worth of labor. It's gonna cost you this much. Are you saying that in the mechanic game, like a lot of times they get that 5 hour job they can do in 1 hour?
Mm-hmm. But you still got to pay them for the 5.
Of course.
And that's the key to it because they were paid on their hustle and their production. Mm-hmm. My dad told me, among many stories, you often hear me quote my father, John Henry Stephens, but I would tell you, he said, number one, you pay a man or a woman for what they know. And I would say, Dad, God, that guy, it didn't took him nothing. That was easy for him to fix. He said for him, not for you. You have to pay for his experience. And he's absolutely right. Yeah. So if you could take imagine in a business like Carrot Bars, and please hear me closely. In a business like this, ma'am, sir, you could take your teaching experience, you could take your engineering experience, you could take your sales marketing experience, you could take your coaching experience, you could take your legal experience, you could take all those skills and all that knowledge and information that you have acquired over the years, and I assure you it's not wasted in this business. You can take that and you can put that skill to use and build you an empire. You really can. You can build you a financial empire. When I say empire, I'm talking about a financial empire because you have those life skills, you have those things that really what we're looking for, that, it's not wasted. So when I'm saying your education is not wasted, my education wasn't wasted. I mean, I took all those skills I learned dealing with people, sales, marketing, human relations, knowing how to read people, knowing how to discern the motives, I know how to move people, as far as with my words and the way I talk to you. It's just a gift I have, and I cultivate that, but I took all that and I rolled it into Carrot Bars, and guess what? I started building something for me and my family that goes wider and wider and wider. Guess what? Prince Dinas Amir, the exact same thing. All those coaching abilities, all that hustle that brought him a full scholarship to the University of Georgia and Stanford and Notre Dame. He had all those options. That drive and all that intensity and that focus and hunger to win. He took that. He created Search for Uru. Okay, he became a best-selling author. He took all that and then he just rolled it right into Carrot Bars and didn't miss a beat. It's a little wonder he's unsponsored like close to 570 people personally in his Carrot Bar business. It's little wonder he's having the success. He's nobody different from you and I. He just took what God gave him and poured it into his own business of Carrot Bars, and he has created him an income, and he's created him a lifestyle that he didn't either have a job. So when you say I can't do this, or I'm not you, or I'm not the Dinas, or that, you're right, you're not, but we're not you. There's things that you bring to the table that could be greatly beneficial, to the other people. Heck, I work with people of all kinds of fields within this business, and so they have the number one thing, they want to have their own business, because that truly is a big desire of the majority of human beings, to have something that they own, not to be dependent upon anyone else for their livelihood. So we take the skills and we take this and we start building, we start saving in gold, we start promoting it and talking to other people. You're going to learn leadership skills in this. You're going to learn stick to it skills. You can't go ahead and quit. You got to see the long picture. If you're one of those persons that give up at the first 2 or 3 no's, well, not only will you quit on this, you'll quit in life in general, because all you do is you can't take opposition. If someone say, no, that's crazy, or I don't believe in it, you go up and you put your head down like a little sheep and like go hiding in a corner. You got to learn how to fight. You got to learn how to persist. You got to learn how to learn what you don't know. Read this. It'll show you. It'll help you with various communication skills. Read Dale Carnegie and How to Win Friends and Influence People. Read this book right here, The Challenger Sale. How to talk. How to attain success even in down markets and things like that. And you can take that and you can build you and your family a great empire. Number one, you're going to do it for yourself, or you're going to do it for someone else. Now, as I have been taught, you're going to have pain in life. You got to choose which pain you want. You're either going to have the pain of discipline, which you got to drive yourself even when you don't want to achieve something, even when you don't feel like it, or you're going to have the pain of regret. That I wished I would have did that. I wished I would. And the pain and regret is much more costly. So you're going to have pain. Get used to it. And you're going to go to setback. Get used to it. You're going to be afraid. Get used to it. But you've got to learn how to persevere, because if you have that, then you could change your life and your family's life.
Forever.
Register your account for free. You're free. FREE. Okay, get you start off by acquiring you one of the business packages. You have a business package from VIP to gold, to silver, to bronze. Right. The higher the business package is, the higher your commission is. It's a one-time payout, and they all come with gold. Okay, number 2. Start saving at least a gram of gold. Number 3, start saving at least a gram of gold a month. Just pay yourself first, and then tell others to do the same thing. On Dynasty Stream, I'm going to start doing less training now, because it's really starting to burn me out. I'm just going to, but what I want to start to do is plug you guys into the Wealth Builder system. We have presentations every day, Monday through Friday from 12 to 6 p.m. Eastern time. Right. It'll tell you everything about this. I simply can't go on the phone and keep talking to people, training you like 2 hours at a time. And I'm not exaggerating. I can't do it no more. So you plug into the system. It's going to teach you exactly what to do. Now, will Dynas and I make myself available to help you? Of course. But we're not the Wealth Builder system. That's going to help you build your income, show you how to build your global team, and show you how to get paid in euros in a massive way. So really, it's up to you. And what we like to say is, like, you can do this. I mean, it's nothing. We're not doing anything special. We just didn't beam down, and all of a sudden we arrived. Dynas, we take no's till to this day too. We take no's, for example, but we got to keep up every day doing this, and we get out there, and because this is our job, this is what we do, this is how we earn our money. That's why we take it so dang serious, and this is only a small part of Dynasty Stream. Most of his channel is devoted to Africa, which I'm glad it is. Right. But when I come on, we devoted to his carrot bar business and build a residual income far as for him and his family. You hear that little voice back there in the background? That's his
man, Master's getting hungry. He ready for lunch, so
that's his little son, 6-year-old son. That's why he's doing this, because he has a son that's going to grow up not ever seeing his daddy work a job. He has a son, where he's building all this platform, and his son is preparing that to give to his son. What effect do you think that's going to have on him? I mean, what effect you think that's going to have on that child? He's going to think in the realms of entrepreneurship. So get started. What do you got to lose? I mean, you have got to take action. You have got to take action. 149 countries have said yes. We get paid. We get paid in euros, in gold sometimes. Depending on your commission. We're able to have a home-based business with the tax benefits, and we're able to leave a financial legacy to our dependents. It's just a win-win-win. Oh, incidentally, there's also a global economic practice shutdown right now.
Right.
So there are no jobs out there. Remember, for those of you who used to hear from me, remember when I used to tell you guys there's no such thing as a good job? Remember I used to say that? Remember I used to say that way before this happened. You know, matter of fact, people talking about what they would say good jobs. I would just like smile and crack a laugh. Because I know it's no such thing as a good job. It can be taken away from you anytime. And I said along the line that you could get fired, or you could have a health issue, or someone just don't want you to be there anymore. And they could take that job anytime they want. Well, now we have a little illness that originated out of China, supposedly. It took millions of jobs. People who thought everyone's practically in the same boat, but you don't have to be. See, you don't have to be. That's what I'm letting you know. You don't have to be. There is a group of people, and Dinas and I happen to be in that group, that we thrive during times like this. Our business just thrives because people are looking. We're not concerned about, okay, what they're going to do with our jobs. Actually, he and I are good enough with our particular skill set, especially in sales, where we have built our career, and we know that we can have a job by the end of next week. Probably even sooner, if we want to. So it's not a matter of that. The top 10% of people in their fields, they're never unemployed. They're never unemployed. They are the producers, the men and women who produce. And so just think about this. Think about this strongly, but not too long, because in the meantime, bills are still due. Creditors still want their money. You're still getting behind. Your savings and your retirements is still being exhausted, which incidentally, when I say retirement, that means money is pulled out for you to retire. That now that you lost the time value of that money. So you got to make that up. And some of you are not going to be able to make it up. You don't have something like this. Some of you are going to be forced literally to work until you die. These are the whole card facts. Some of you are not going to be able to send your children to college. Right. Number one, the prices keep going up. Number two,
you know how much it costs to go to Stanford a year without a scholarship?
About $59,000.
52.
Okay, sorry. Okay. And so are we knocking on it? No, but only an unwise man or an unwise woman will see a solution that will see something that's a threat to them in their family, not only for the now, but for the future, and have a solution that is presented to them and refuse to move on it. Only an unwise man to do that, or an unwise woman would do that. You don't have the luxury. When I came in this thing about a little under 6 years ago, I saw a threat, and here was my threat. Dude, you're 50 years old. You're a college grad. You've been working since you was 18 years old. And you mean to tell me you can't put your hands on $1,000? That's what you're telling me after working all those years? You mean to tell me you can't do that? What do you think is going to happen 5 or 10 years from now if you keep on this same path? You see those guys at the Walmart greeting? You see those old cats, on their feet at Costco? That can be you if you don't change things. And so I moved, and when Michael, when Mr. Delco came to me, Fitzgerald, I have a business. It deals with gold, and it's free to join. Sign me up. I didn't tell him a fraction like I'm saying to you. Right. He didn't explain anything, because first of all, I wasn't doing it for Mr. Delco. I was doing it for Fitzgerald. I knew I had to get free. I knew I was boxed in, and I knew I had to find some way to get out of that box. I didn't have the luxury of having a great pension waiting for me when I got off. But when I finished my career, it didn't work like that for me. So fast forward a couple of years later, we doing some things like this. I have more of this than any time I've had in my life. You know, I get paid in euros on this. I have a team of about 11,200 people around the world. You know, I get paid every Friday. I have my own home-based business. I work from home. I'm able to get on here. I'm able to get on here and simply share my life experience and my gifts with beautiful people like yourselves to help you create wealth for you and your family. I am truly doing what I was supposed to do on this world. I'm truly doing that. You know, am I working? Yes, but this doesn't feel like work. I do not get up on a Sunday like, oh my God, I got to go do another Carrot Bar video. I got to go talk to some people about improving their household. But I tell you what, when I was selling software, and I thought I had a good job too. I had the car allowance, the bonuses, great salary plus a great commission rate. But I got sick and all that just vanished. I went from being one of the top salesperson in the company back in 2008, 2018 to about 2019, getting a phone call and being fired. I got sick. You know, I just couldn't go on. And so I learned right then, like, wow, you know. But thank God I had built my business up. Thank God I am building my business up. You know, and so no indictment on anyone. We're just letting you say you got to see the inevitable. But it was nowhere near like it is now. I would be afraid coming out of college right now with prospects like this. I would be really concerned. I would be afraid as a mid adult like Dinaz, or a young adult like somewhere between 23 and 35. I would be concerned if I had to get in this climate. Definitely an elder at my age, that I had to go out there and compete, you know, and just compete with this different type of market, and with the possibility of living to have to work until I die. No, that don't appeal to me. I tell you what, I'm going to take this same time, build up my Carrot Bar business, build me a global income coming from all over the world, literally getting paid while I'm sleeping. And it has happened many a time. Right. Or while I'm on the bike trail, and it has happened many a time. Help people do the other same, help people build their household wealth and grow wealthier by doing that. All from the comfort of my home with a computer and cell phone, without having to go to get any special degrees from a college. Without having to open up a building where I have to pay rent for that, without having to hire employees, without having to pay utilities and electric bills for companies, without having to ship any stuff. I don't ship gold to you. That's done by Carrot Bars. I don't have anything to do with it. The product is money. And so this is what we're talking. So young adult coming out of college, set you up a Carrot Bar business.
All right.
You know, set you up a Carrot Bar business. You work this thing like 4 to 5 years real good, or even sooner. You can be finished. Michael Delco, my sponsor, that same man I keep telling you guys about, in 103 days, he replaced a 6-figure mortgage banking job. And that was about 6 years ago. He hasn't worked since. You know, he's no different from us. You know, he just has a dream. You know, you can do the exact same thing, provided you get ready to pay the same price he did. You know, ma'am, for those of you who think you're too old and nobody will hire you because they think you're archaic. No, you're not. Dinaz and I would love to have your skill set and right. Working with you and your experience. You know, we can learn from you. There's some things that you could teach us to your experience, and I certainly will listen to it. You know, I definitely respect my elders. You know, and we'll help you grow wealth. You know, a single mother, we can help you get this. You don't need to be dependent upon governments and all that other kind of support and chasing people down to help you. You don't have to do that. We'll easily help you build. Single father, the same thing.
Fitzgerald, I was going to say, we'll go ahead and close out. I got to take care. I got to get to Mansa, tend to Mansa.
Well, that's pretty much well it. Register, and you're going to receive a call from Prince Dinaz Amir. Mm-hmm. And then he's gonna help you with your business packet, and then he's gonna give you my phone number. and then I'm going to help you navigate through your system and plug in the wealth builders. Until next time, we appreciate it. And I too have a meeting in about 50 something seconds. So thank you for reminding me of that. And I appreciate you guys, and everybody have a great day.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining. Like, share, and subscribe. Once again, happy Africa Day. We are so happy that you guys are here with us. Make sure you go to dynastymir.com, need your email addresses. And again, affiliate link is in the chat room. It's on the screen. It'll also be in the description. Real quick for about, I'm going to break down the business in about a minute and 30 seconds. Okay. What you're doing, you're going to acquire a package. Okay. A package, you have 4 different packages. You have bronze, silver, gold, VIP. All right. That with those packages, each one of those packages, you're going to receive some gold. And also that gives you your gold franchise. All right. With this package, okay, you're paying your franchise fees. What are your franchise fees? You get access to the training. You get access to the back office, which logs and keeps track of all your performance. And then also too, since you have a franchise, the objective is to grow your franchise. How do you grow your franchise? Present the opportunity to other people. Do you keep your income options open? Are you looking for additional ways to earn income? Okay. How do you get paid? You get them to either acquire a franchise through a link that you're given, or get gold through you. And that's how you get paid your commissions. And then also too, when people acquire franchises through you, you now leverage their efforts where you also get paid. And that's where the network marketing and the residual income portion comes in. So guys, again, we're going to keep it simple. Acquire gold, get paid to get others to do the same thing. So until next time, family, Dynasty Mirror, search for Huru. Peace.
Great day, everybody.